Episode 8.
Episode 8.
I forgot to hit record.
Yeah.
So we
did an intro.
we did like 5 seconds of
Yeah.
an intro, yeah. And then Gage pointed out the computer and there was nothing happening.
You gotta record this. Do a whole episode and
Oh, dude, that would suck
We
if it
didn't
wasn't
record
recording
it.
the entire time.
that would suck.
Ugh, that would be awful. But luckily we caught it in the first couple seconds.
Yeah.
That could have been really bad.
Grave error.
Yeah. So,
Well, this week we got video. Hopefully
yeah.
it works.
Hopefully the video works this week.
Yeah.
Last time I tried it, I think I exported the podcast audio at 1.25 speed, and so it was impossible to try and line it up. Even when I put the video to 1.25 speed playback, it didn't line up.
Interesting.
I don't know. So if it doesn't work again, then we must be like
Not destined to
on
do
top
video.
of a wormhole or something, and it's throwing off the time, the timing on the video and the audio.
That would be crazy.
That would be crazy.
We discover a wormhole.
Yeah, we should call Brandon Fugel if it doesn't work this time too.
Who?
Brandon Fugel. He's the like billionaire real estate guy in Utah. Well, maybe not billionaire, but he owns Skinwalker Ranch, and he's hired like all those scientist nerds to go out there and study it.
I mean, I've heard of Skinwalker Ranch, but
Oh, well, there's a show, and they're like 5 seasons in, and the last season I watched, it doesn't come onto Hulu right after, I don't think. You have to wait, unless you have like the history add-on or something. Anyways.
Okay.
The last season that I finished, they think that they found actual evidence that there could be a wormhole like over Skinwalker Ranch.
Oh, and that's where all the skinwalkers are coming from.
Yes, and
Interdimensional.
well, also and like the UAPs, UFOs.
Okay.
Unidentified aerial phenomenon is what
Is
UAP
what that
is,
is.
and that's what they call it in the show.
Oh.
And they've caught a lot of those on camera and stuff, and they think it might have something to do with this specific spot over this area they call the triangle.
Mm-hmm.
They think they might have captured a wormhole. So
Really?
yeah.
What does a wormhole look like?
I don't know. It just looks really fuzzy.
Kind of like an anus or something?
I
They got
mean, once they get the
Skinwalkers.
high res image out there, maybe.
they got skinwalkers coming out of the universe's
Just
anus.
crawling out of it.
Ew.
No, I mean, they don't really even talk about. I mean, there is some stuff about like the actual Native American legend of the Skinwalker in there, obviously, but a lot of the focus of the show is on like the science and like what evidence they've actually been able to capture. And so, they haven't captured anything. They haven't captured, a giant wolf running around on its hind legs or
and then
anything.
that turns into a human or something.
Yeah, and then there's randomly a Native American man after right where the wolf disappeared.
Okay. They got as much evidence as Bigfoot.
Well, less actually. There's no video.
Okay.
I don't think of Skinwalker from the TV show.
Okay.
But they do have a lot of stuff on the aerial phenomenon. And they have some cool findings where they like launched rockets up into the air and they keep getting like moved. Which they tried to fire it into the wormhole, but instead of flying straight like how their rockets are supposed to fly, they like veer off quite a bit.
Yeah, I'm sure you can't do that. You can't stage that, I'm sure.
I mean, you could, but I mean, why would you lie about that?
To prove the wormhole.
That doesn't
and then
prove
get
anything.
views and then get
I know. Okay, maybe, but I think that you could have taken it a step further.
maybe a
to
gust
try
of
and
wind
prove
or
it.
something. How big is this rocket?
I mean, it's pretty tall. It was probably like 6 or 7 feet tall, and then, quite fairly wide.
Yeah.
It's not like a little toy.
Yeah.
And it's a pretty breezeless night. And it's also.
How do you know? Were you there?
I'm just saying, they're real scientists. They probably took that into account. That whether or not it was windy.
Okay, I'm just saying.
It's like, oh wow, it's moving in the direction of the wind a lot. Yeah, I think they would have thought of that.
Okay. They're not dumb.
Yeah.
They're not just trying to get views.
They're smart science. Yeah. Sometimes the show is boring because it's like straight, just like science experiment after science experiment, but they found some cool stuff.
Okay.
You should give it a watch.
I
Everyone
was-
everyone watch
yeah,
this show.
maybe it'll change my mind.
Yeah, I'll have to check on Hulu if season 5 is there, 'cause
But I have heard that, if you talk about skinwalkers, then they'll come. Like that's when they are summoned. I don't know.
I really doubt they'd come here. To be honest,
I'm not saying a skinwalker's gonna show up. At your
if we
door
get
right
a knock on the door, we won't answer.
yeah, don't answer that. Yeah, have to let the conversation die a bit.
How do you think they even know
Of what? That they come?
that people are talking about them? Yeah,
I don't know.
it's just like a sixth sense thing. I guess they
Yeah.
are a supernatural being.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, how do they transform into an animal?
from
a human.
I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure it has to do something with a sacrifice. Pretty sure you have to kill someone to do it.
I've heard that too, yeah.
Yeah, I've heard. I mean, I've only heard that from people who probably wouldn't know a lot about Native
Yeah.
Americans' dark rituals.
Yeah. Just, talk around town.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm one of them. I don't know much.
Yeah, I
I'd
don't
be
know
like-
anything about it,
This is all I've heard.
and I'm too scared to actually look it up.
Yeah. Well, they might come if you look it up. So,
Well, I wouldn't be saying anything about them. I'd just be thinking it.
No.
Is it if you think about them, do they?
I mean, if you can talk about them, they know maybe.
Well, at least if you talk about it, it's like a physical manifestation. Well, maybe
So
your
is
thoughts are
thought,
physical.
I think.
Do you think your thoughts leave a physical trail in the world?
That's a crazy sentence.
I hope
you
not.
should put that on a T-shirt.
Do you think your thoughts leave a physical trail in the world?
Yeah, or a bumper sticker or something.
Maybe that's why you have random thoughts sometimes, 'cause you're walking through the space someone else had that thought in.
Whoa.
You ever thought about that?
It's a deep thought.
Yeah, it is.
Maybe that's what deja vu is too.
Yeah, maybe. But that's you remembering something that happened to you already.
Yeah. But maybe you thought it, and then you walked through it, and you thought it again.
Oh, that's true. And then you're like, where did I think this before?
Yeah.
Interesting. I'll have to look into that. I wonder
Yeah.
what,
Physical thoughts.
some psychologists have to say about it.
Careful when you search physical thoughts, though. Make sure you
Why?
type in the right thought, not the THOT thought.
Physical
Physical
thoughts.
thought. Yeah. Might lead you down a different path.
All right, I'll keep that in mind.
Just, just in case.
Do you think any of your thoughts are original?
I'd like to think, yeah.
Or do you think that the thoughts that you have are just a culmination of everything you've ever ingested? Like you heard this
Whoa.
from over here, you heard that from over here, and you kind of took it, and then now you're just regurgitating content you watched on YouTube.
I mean, I think a lot of that is that. But
I get worried about that sometimes.
that you're not an actual like unique person.
Yeah, I'm just
You're
just
a
an
culmination
NPC
of
walking around, just regurgitating YouTube facts I
information that
listen
you've
to.
received.
Yeah,
I mean, that's kind of how we are, though.
I mean,
You got to receive information.
I know.
before-
There are you can't be a totally 100% original, even if you were like kept in a box and tried to only do original things. Like definitely someone has thought to do some of the things that you originally quote unquote thought to do.
Yeah.
But I'd like to think that I'm at least like a 90-10, like 10%.
I think that's stretching it.
Okay, fine. 95.5.
Maybe 1%.
Give me some room, dude. Come on.
Well, I'm trying to think of an original thought right now. And I don't know. What does that even look like, an original thought? Like something that someone's never thought of before, you're saying?
Yeah. But someone's definitely thought of it before. Even if we can't think of something,
Someone's probably thought
I'm
of it.
sure if you dug into history, you could find some record of someone writing something down that's similar.
Okay.
Fiction or nonfiction,
Maybe it's less than 1% then.
which is crazy.
I mean, I'm pretty sure most of my original thoughts are probably in a dream or something.
Maybe.
Like, 'cause that's where wacky stuff happens, in dreams.
Yeah. Unless you subscribe to, Carl Jung. in his way of thinking.
Oh, you mentioned him before, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's a psychologist that talks about like the collective unconscious
Yeah.
and how like it's almost kind of like how we believe in the premortal life, kind of like how all of our subconsciouses are connected
Yeah.
to each other.
Yeah. How rats, whatever.
Yeah, they learn tasks quicker in
Yeah.
different parts of
They
the
go
world.
from U.S. to Britain to
Yeah,
Japan.
I mean, okay. So yeah, your dreams technically are pulling from your own subconscious and the collective unconscious. So technically, if you believe in the collective unconscious, then what?
I just well, like
I'm
if
just
you
saying,
if
it's
you
not
believe
100%
in that
original.
specific thing, then yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, there's science to show that it might
Yeah.
be a real thing, you know.
Yeah. The same scientists that work on the skinwalkers.
No, different scientists. But I'm sure you could turn it into a TV show.
Yeah. And stage some stuff about.
It's not staged, dude.
But the collective unconscious.
Yeah.
I mean, the Bigfoot series can go on forever because. I mean, maybe there's Bigfoot out there.
Maybe, yeah.
I'm
Well,
saying,
it'll
just
just
like-
keep going on forever 'cause no one will ever actually solve it.
'Cause he doesn't exist.
Or he's too good.
Bigfoot's too good. He's too good. He's the ultimate hide and seeker.
Could you imagine if
Well,
he's out
hiding.
there somewhere being like, "Oh, that one was close. That one's
Yeah.
close. Gotta be a little more careful."
Yeah. He's taking that stroll.
Oh, have you heard of that one Bigfoot guy? I went into a really big Bigfoot deep dive a few years ago, and there's one guy who's just like hiking around Canada or something, or like the Pacific
have heard of that,
Northwest, and
yeah.
he just lives in the woods looking for Bigfoot. Like that's all he does.
I think I have heard that, yeah.
Yeah. It was
He
like,
hasn't found him yet.
well, yeah, no, he hasn't. But he's still on his mission as far as I know.
Wow.
I think it was kind of a sad story, the documentary about him. It was like
kind
his
of like a Moby Dick story.
I'm a little unfamiliar with Moby Dick, to be 100% honest.
I mean, I kind of am too. I just know it's about a guy.
He is looking for a white whale.
He's
out there.
looking for a white whale and can't really find it, right?
Yeah. But it was like, I think like his wife died or something.
Are we
And
talking about Moby
so-
Dick still?
No.
Okay.
They're talking about the guy out in the woods.
Okay.
And so he was just like,
I'm just gonna go.
I'm just gonna go look for Bigfoot in the woods. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
No,
That's kind of like how the documentary framed it. Like
oh dang.
he had kind of lost like passion for real life, I guess. I don't know. And so he's just
He
out
wanted
there
the
searching
fantasy.
for something. Yeah,
Searching for Moby Dick.
I don't know. But we all are, dude.
We're
we all have a
all-
whale to chase.
All looking for Moby.
Moby's dick.
Moby's dick. I was gonna shorten to Dick. We're all looking for Dick, but I figured I'd go to Moby. Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyways,
Well, have you heard that? I saw a theory that the Loch Ness monster is
Is a
actually just a
plesiosaur?
whale penis.
wait, really?
Yeah, like the picture, that they have.
Uh huh.
If you look like
Is it the one where it's sticking straight out of the
Yeah.
water? I'm pretty sure that one was debunked and it was someone with a toy submarine with like a little thing attached to it.
I guess there's a lot of theories, isn't there?
That's not a theory. I'm pretty sure they proved that.
Same scientists that's looking at the skinwalkers.
No,
Proven.
Different. They can't. They don't
I mean,
have
look at
time
it.
to do all this. Oh, that one. Oh,
No, that's like a whale.
that's an actual penis.
Yeah, it's a whale penis. Doesn't it look
Um,
like?
It looks like a small Loch Ness monster.
Well,
I guess.
maybe. Well, okay.
If I saw,
Give him some credit,
if I saw that though, I wouldn't be like Loch Ness monster.
Well,
That's
no, 'cause
definitely
it's in
Loch
the daytime. Like,
Ness. Oh, you.
if it's like a shadow, like at night,
you would
you'd be like, "Whoa, wait, what's that out
on
there?"
the lake.
Yeah.
How are you gonna see that on the lake? Isn't it quite remote? There's no
well,
lights
you get
anywhere.
some moonlight, a little moonlight. Whale breaches.
It'd have to be a full moon. I think they.
Well, yeah, maybe it was. What do you mean? Full moon's not rare.
Yeah, I know. But I mean, it does lessen the time that you could be out there. All I'm saying is, if there was a whale in a lake, I'm sure they probably could have found it.
Yeah, a whale.
It's probably not hard
But
to
they're
find
like,
a whale.
yeah, that's a whale, not a Loch Ness monster. I'm just saying, like,
Yeah, that's the photo
Yeah.
I'm talking about. That's the one with the toy submarine.
yeah, and that's the one that I was thinking of that I've heard could be a whale penis.
If it was a little more erect, I guess.
Well, maybe. Well, the other one wasn't erect.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This one would have to be a more
Yeah,
erect.
okay, and it could be.
It could be, but I'm pretty sure someone was already like, yeah, that was me with my toy submarine and
Yeah, for the fame. I'm saying.
a 16 millimeter
kinda
camera.
like everyone's doing it for the fame. Yeah, that was me. I took that picture. Give me fame, you know.
You think should we go out and take pictures? Think we could draw some attention to our podcast with that?
Yeah. We'll post it on it.
We were on Utah Lake and we saw this thing emerge out of the water.
We don't know if it was a whale penis or a Loch Ness monster.
And we do know that the lake is only 11 feet deep in the deepest part, but
But it could be a
could
whale.
have been a whale.
Could have been Loch Ness.
Could have been a mythical creature
He's migrated.
down the Jordan River.
Yeah. He went from the Jordan.
We'd have to go out on the Great Salt Lake. I think that's a
Yeah,
much more likely scenario.
probably.
I doubt there's anything bigger than 3 feet long in Utah Lake.
Probably. Just some algae.
Poisonous algae.
Yeah, I hear. I hear if it dried up, like, we'd be in danger of, like, all the algae escaping and, like, it'd be hazardous.
What? Really?
Word on the street.
I thought the poisonous algae was taken care of.
That's what they want you to think.
Oh.
I don't know.
Well, 'cause
That's what I
people can
hear.
swim in it. I remember one summer.
Maybe that's when I heard it. Before the
Oh,
cleanup.
maybe, yeah. 'Cause there was one summer when it was like no one can go in the water 'cause there's
Yeah.
poisonous algae.
Yeah.
But now, I mean, people are in the water, so can't be.
I still wouldn't trust going in that water though. Still.
Yeah, it's not great.
No.
Maybe if they dredged it and do that whole thing they were thinking of.
Yeah. I say fill it in. Put a highway through it.
Why not a highway over it?
I don't know.
I don't know. I think all those rich people.
It would make getting to
Coming
my
in.
parents' house a lot easier. Wouldn't have to go around it.
Yeah, it would. And there's only like 2 ways to really get out into Saratoga Springs.
Yeah.
In between, here in Lehigh.
Yeah.
It's like Pioneer Crossing or that one other street.
2100. Yeah.
Yeah, 2100.
But they're putting a highway right through the middle of that.
Really?
2100. Yeah.
Oh, is it the one that's running down the west side of the lake from like Goshen to the airport or something?
Maybe.
I heard someone talking about that. Or it'll like connect to 215 or something
Yes.
eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
okay.
it will. Yeah.
Crazy. Maybe we should buy land out in Goshen. Do you think it'll people just keep going
Flock
south
to
and
it?
then in 20 years,
It'll be
Goshen will be like
Saratoga.
the
Yeah.
next PG, yeah.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Okay, once that
Once the pod money-
once our sponsorships
Once that
start
pod
rolling
money
in,
comes
we're
in.
buying
Yeah.
land
Yeah.
in Goshen
Who's with us?
and Nephi. We'll buy land in Goshen and Nephi. That way we, diversify.
Yeah. Diversify our assets.
Not a bad idea. We should write that down.
Write that down. Yeah. We got a lot of good ideas.
Yeah.
Products.
This is a great way to put down all of our great business ideas that we'll
Uh-huh.
probably never act on.
Yeah. I think we should though.
I mean, putting jacked guys in a soda shop, I think that's a good business idea.
Yeah. Or good-looking women.
Yeah, I guess, but
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, we can do both.
Yeah,
I think we
both.
should throw a bone to the ladies too.
Yeah.
That was a
Yeah. Okay. Let's throw a bone to them.
Sorry, I didn't originally think of it like that, but as soon as it came out of my mouth, I was like,
Well, you said that. You said that live on air.
throw a bone. Well, it wouldn't be me. Be
No.
someone else.
Well, we could name a drink. Throw 'em a bone. One of the sodas. Have like coconut cream in it. I don't know. Some Dr.
One of
Pepper.
those drinks that has like the frothy top,
Yeah. And put like a Snickers right in the middle of it.
That'd be nice.
Throw 'em a bone.
Good thing we're recording. File that away.
That's another good idea.
Yeah.
Full of them today.
I'm pretty sure, going back to the Loch Ness Monster,
Okay, yeah.
that a long time ago, I watched a documentary about the Loch Ness Monster, and they found an unidentified, like, sea creature body at the bottom of the lake. And at the end, the episode ended with them finding it, doing a preliminary test, and them saying it's not anything that's already in the lake that we know of. And then the episode ends, and they were like, "We're just gonna send it off for further testing." And then like I never got a follow up. I mean, I
think I've heard that before.
I was also like 12, so
that they found something.
I don't know.
And that it was just like, some sea, like, it's a whale or something. Proving
it was
my
small.
point.
Like they picked it up with their hand and put it in a
Oh.
Ziploc bag, basically.
Oh,
The specimen.
specimen.
Yeah.
Okay. Well. Okay.
So I mean, it could have just been a mangled fish, but
Yeah.
it looked interesting. Or they planted it.
Yeah, they probably planted it. That's what I'm saying.
And then
All
everyone
this
watched
for
the
clicks
documentary.
and views.
Dang.
That's what we're doing.
Make fake documentaries?
No.
Oh, we're just doing this for
Do everything for clicks and views.
I mean, I'm having fun regardless.
No, that's fun.
Yeah, it definitely is fun.
It is fun.
This is a highlight of my week.
Yeah, that's good.
I love being here.
Yeah. Because the rest of your week just sitting at your desk.
Yeah. But I
Taking
try and
care
have
of children.
fun. Yeah, in between.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I have a kind of a love-hate relationship with my job, I guess.
Why is that?
Well, on one hand, I'm like, so I think it's because, to backtrack a little bit, like I've been working full-time for 5 years, basically,
Mhm.
since post-mission,
Yeah.
you know. And I've been kind of in this career path for like 4-ish, email marketing specifically, doing
Mhm.
that. And I've been out of school for a little bit. And so I've been doing just work full time for a couple of years, and now I'm kind of like, oh, is this like, this is it. This is like everything I've worked for my entire life has led up to me just having this job, basically.
Email marketing.
Yeah. And now I'm like, well, what now? And
Podcast.
yeah, start the podcast, get it going. That'd
Yeah.
be fun. That'd be cool. I mean, my whole life mission is just try and make enough money doing anything else so I don't have to work a 9 to 5. And really, I just don't want to work. But
Yeah, that's the goal. I think that's the goal in life, right?
That's the actual goal.
If
If
you
I
can
could just
not
dink
work-
around for like 3 hours a day and then make money doing that somehow, that's the
Dream.
end goal. And so that's in my mind, and I'm like, because I'm thinking like that, I'm like, wow, yeah, totally sucks. Job 9 to 5, you know. Am I just wasting my time here? Is this worth it? Can I handle this? I mean, I don't know. But I mean, honestly, it's like the cushiest setup ever. I work remote. It's a desk job. It's fairly low stress.
Mhm.
You know, I mean, things go wrong sometimes, but I mean, that's any job really. And so it's like I really have nothing to complain about. So I've been trying to be more grateful for my current situation, 'cause it is great. It is a sweet setup.
Yeah.
And you know, I don't make enough money to afford a home straight up, you know.
It could be sweeter. you know.
Yeah, could be sweeter, but you know, I can pay for rent here. I can still save money and do like the fun things I want to do, and like buy, you know, these stupid microphones for the podcast and stuff. But
That was off a tax term, but you know.
yeah, sort of, yeah. Well, whatever.
No, I get it.
Yeah, but I still have just this little voice in the back of my head that's like, but what if it was better? And I just can't like just be happy with what I have. I just can't
I think
just like
that's-
settle down. I don't know.
It's not a bad thing.
Yeah, but it's annoying.
Yeah.
'Cause if I could just be the guy that's like,
Well,
hey,
because you don't
another
do
day,
it,
another
do it
dollar.
with it. You
know?
don't do anything with it.
Don't do anything with what?
I'm just saying, like it's just there. You're saying,
The feeling?
yeah, you got to do something with that feeling.
Kind of. Well, that's kind of what pushed me to write music and stuff, 'cause I never really banked on getting big on my music or anything.
Yeah, that's
But
a good assumption.
it was like, let me just like do something outside of work that's cool and fun and something that I've just have wanted to do, and
Yeah.
then I'll just upload it anyways, and just so
See
it's
what-
there.
Yeah, may as well.
Yeah. And then I don't know, I was really into like personal finance for the first few years that I was doing like full-time work, and so I like tried to save and invest a lot, and then after a couple of years of that, I got like a nice little investment portfolio, but it's like nothing crazy, and it's not like, it's still going to take a freaking long time to
Save
be
a
able to
little.
like quit a job
Yeah.
with and rely on that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
So it's kind of like that dream has kind of been like, well, back burner, I guess.
Retirement.
Yeah, I'll sit on that one for another 30
Yeah,
years
when you're
and
70.
see how that works out.
Yeah.
Which eventually it will work out, but
Yeah.
I just don't want to wait. I don't know.
Yeah.
Do you have that? Do you ever have that feeling?
Not quite yet.
Okay.
I'm still kind of doing school.
Yeah, so you still have like, oh, well, I could get a better job once I get my degree, and
Yeah.
you're still thinking like, oh, I have these options. Well, just wait till you land.
Yeah, 5 years.
Just wait
till
5
5
years,
down the
dude.
road. It gets so much worse.
You think it's bad now? You'll wish you were here.
You wish you wanted to have options.
Sorry, what were you gonna say?
I can't remember.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
thanks for killing the conversation.
No, I was gonna say something and then you killed it by saying that.
Okay, well, I was talking about how I've just been trying to escape the 9 to 5 always.
I can't remember.
Okay. Yeah,
But
it's
you
just-
need to be more grateful. You're saying.
Yeah, I need to be more grateful 'cause everyone's happy and healthy in my family for right now. And it's
Yeah.
like I was on Reddit and some dude's kid is in the NICU with like a tube jammed down his throat so
Yeah.
he can breathe, and it's been like that for, 4 months. And
That sucks.
so it's like, yeah, that dude is in a way worse position than I am. So I just need to shut up and put my head down and do my stupid email marketing job and just collect my paycheck and be happy.
And pay rent. Yeah.
Yeah. And for some reason, it's just so hard to just be happy with it. I don't know. I sometimes crab swirl really hard.
Crab roll.
Crab swirl, like Mr. Krabs, that meme.
Crab swirl.
Yeah, crab swirling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
It's just like,
I don't really know. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't really
Anyways,
get
we don't have
that,
to
but-
talk. We don't have to talk about my,
Yeah, well, it's good.
quarter life crisis.
It's good to be ambitious in something,
Yeah.
or at least wanting
But
to
I
be
always
ambitious.
pick the worst thing, music. How in the world is anyone going to get big into music?
yeah,
writing music in
especially
their
with your
bedrooms.
voice.
Yeah, I know.
I'm just-
I know I'm not the greatest. I mean, I am getting better though. I do have a song
Well, I
that's
think
like
musically, you're talented. Maybe
Yeah.
not vocally.
vocally, yeah, it's a stretch. I need some.
You need to be like Milli Vanilli.
What?
Milli Vanilli.
Who's that?
They lip sync everything. They had someone else sing their songs.
They, them.
What?
You said
No,
they.
Milli and Vanilli.
Oh,
They're two
it's
people.
2 people.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I thought about hiring or like
Me?
no, dude.
I'll sing your songs.
No, I had a singer that was going to sing for me. Just like a friend that I had. We kind of randomly reconnected right when I was starting to record music.
Oh, perfect.
And he came in and sang on a couple songs, and it kind of just wasn't the right vibe. And so but he was willing to work on it and stuff. And he was like, okay, let me work on it for a couple weeks and try and get better. And I was like, it was just really hard to schedule with him. And so I was like, you know what, just practice. I just sort of gave up on him, really.
Yeah.
I was like, practice the song that you wrote, because I had written like the music for one of his songs, and then he was going to do lyrics and just do it on his own.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, just practice that song, and then I'll go with you into the studio to do those ones, and then let's just not worry about my song for right now. And then I was like, I'm just gonna do it. That was second thoughts. I was like,
Oh.
I'm just gonna freaking sing it because
And you did.
it's impossible to try and get this other guy to do it, and I don't want to actually pay someone to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And not get any return on the payment,
Yeah.
basically.
It's like I have to, you have to pick and choose what you're gonna pay for when you're
You're willing to
doing
pay,
something
yeah.
for fun.
Yeah.
And for me, that's the mixing, 'cause that I have no idea how to do, and it's
Yeah.
really hard. So
To mix. I don't even know what that entails.
Compression, reverb,
Oh.
EQing, leveling. I mean, you heard the first episode of the podcast.
Yeah,
It was
it was not
super
great.
quiet. That was purely my mixing skills with a 30-minute conversation with someone who could actually mix, and he gave me some pointers, but still, it was,
It was bad.
yeah.
Okay. Well, so
So yeah, I just picked the wrong things.
yeah. Yeah, right. That's what you're
Yeah,
saying.
I'm not like,
Like
Actually,
music and podcasting.
yeah. I'm just trying to hit the. I'm basically just buying lottery tickets. That's what I'm doing.
I mean, it is high risk, high reward. You know.
Yeah, it is. You know.
That's kind of how like the world works.
Yeah, that's
you
true.
can make the 1%.
Then we're
Then
we're made, dude.
You're made.
Then we'll have a couch that's 3 times as big and it's made of
Yeah.
leather.
We could have a better couch.
Yeah,
I mean, this couch is kind of nice.
it's all right.
I've sat on better couches. A
Yeah,
little squeaky. But
it's a good recently married buying a halfway nice couch.
Yeah.
Buying it new a nice couch from the store, not off like Facebook Marketplace or something.
Right.
Yeah.
And you could maybe get a better couch off Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah, we probably could. But we have this one right now. We're not going to spend money on a different couch.
That's the goal.
Yeah.
Upgrade the couch.
Anyways, I did try to be a real estate agent for a little bit.
Oh yeah, you wanted to be.
Yeah,
I remember
sucked
that. You
so
wanted
bad.
to be in real estate.
It was so bad. I hated it.
What? Why? What happened?
Well, actually, it was a lot of fun. But,
Like Phil Dunphy from Modern Family.
what? No, I haven't watched Modern Family.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah, sorry. Don't get that reference. But anyways, yeah, I was a real estate agent for like 3 months and never made a sale and was like, this sucks. But I mean, my parents were trying to buy a house at that time, but like I took them to like look at a couple houses and everything, and I was just like,
And not even your parents are buying from you, like.
yeah. Well, the whole time I was like, if you have a real estate agent help you buy a house, you don't have to pay them anything because the seller will pay the commission to their seller agent, and then usually the seller's agent splits their commission with whoever buys as like kind of a finder's fee.
Okay.
So like if you're buying a house and you use a real estate agent, you don't have to pay them usually because it's
Okay.
already covered by the other person splitting their commission.
Okay.
And so I was like, for literally just the price of like a phone call, my parents could find a real estate agent that's been in the business for like 15 years. Like, why should they be using me who just barely got his license?
Yeah.
And my mom would ask me questions like, do you know what kind of like material this counter is? And like, dude, I have no idea.
It looks like marble.
I don't even know when this house was built.
Didn't really do your research. You just jumped right into it.
Yeah, well, I was just trying to hustle, man.
You were hustling.
Yeah.
So you didn't make any money from being a real estate agent.
Yeah.
How much money did you spend to get the license?
$200, I
Mm.
think.
Not too bad.
So it was like I signed up for a course and then paid for the test. So
Huh.
not bad. Overall, not terrible.
Yeah.
I mean,
You need like a mentor first or something.
I did have a mentor,
Oh,
actually.
not a
I
great
sort of had
mentor.
a boss, quote unquote, 'cause it's basically just an MLM. So
Oh.
yeah, I feel like real estate is just an MLM for people who don't want to be part of an MLM, you know?
Okay, what if you don't know what an MLM is?
Multi-level marketing company.
Okay, yeah.
That's when, the people that are like, sign up because my mentor helps me
yeah.
become financially free. And then you sign up more people and then they sign up more people
Yeah.
and you make commissions off them.
Like a scam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Usually it's painted as a
Pyramid.
scam. Yeah. Pyramid scheme.
Scheme, yeah.
Also called a pyramid
Yeah.
scheme.
Okay.
So
So you were in a pyramid scheme.
yeah, pretty much. Because the broker
Didn't know what the counters were made of, and you got out.
Yeah. But I did have a mentor, and he
Okay.
was he tried
Not a
to
great mentor.
give me pointers and things. I mean, he was fine, but I mean,
You just weren't with him long enough.
I think COVID happened basically the month after I
Oh.
quit as well, so it probably
It
wouldn't have
worked out.
looked great for me if I had stayed. But I mean, if I would have stayed, I probably would have, been average.
Yeah.
I probably would have been making the same or less money than I make. But it'd be all commission, so it'd be more stressful. So,
Yeah. So there's the gratitude coming in.
yeah, gratitude. Grateful I got out of there. Yeah, so there's my failed business ventures, I guess.
More to come.
Yeah, way more to come. Soda slingers
Slinging
coming to you
soda.
soon. Slinging sodas.
Yeah. I think that one could be successful though.
I think that one could
And
be
the f-
successful.
I mean, the food industry is actually like, they say it's rough, but I also hear that it's like pretty solid because, everyone needs to eat and drink stuff. So it's not like there's always a demand for food.
I guess, yeah. But if you look at the stats on restaurants, how many of them make it past their first year?
Yeah.
It's like we have a better chance with this podcast. You know what I mean?
Do we? I mean,
I'm just kidding. The
we got
restaurant might be better, but it'd be way
beautiful
more
people
money.
in underwear coming out to serve you some soda.
Yeah,
I think that'd work pretty well.
that definitely work well.
Okay.
Who wouldn't want that?
Right. Right. Who wouldn't want that?
Yeah, who wouldn't?
Maybe the Pope?
No. He can look, but he can't touch, right? That's the deal.
Looky, but no touchy. It's in the Bible.
Yeah. The drive-thru's fine. And it's soda.
Yeah.
But I mean, Catholics drink whatever. So,
Yeah.
right?
I don't know.
Pretty sure they like drink
They don't
alcohol
have-
and stuff.
They don't have a
They don't have a word of wisdom.
word of
They
wisdom.
don't crack down on that, sorry.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm sure the Catholics love soda anyway, too. So,
Yeah.
come on down, slinging sodas.
Yeah. To our fake business.
Come to a location near you.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we did start one, that would be a good one. And plus, soda's cheap.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's not like it'd take a lot of overhead costs, I guess.
Somebody was talking about soda being cheap. I can't remember who. Oh, it was one of my roommates. He was saying, like, he served his mission in Africa.
Uh-huh.
He's like, well, they sell Coke for like 25 cents there.
Yeah.
So it's like cheap enough for Coca-Cola to sell 25 cents a bottle and still make a profit.
Yeah. Well, at the
Which-
movie theater, it was like the actual cost for like a large soda was like 5 or 6 cents. And like 4 cents was the actual cup.
Yeah.
Because the syrup.
And we're paying $6
Because
for a large
yeah,
soda.
it's all profit
That's
basically.
crazy.
Because the syrup bibs that they use, you know.
Yeah, I
You
know.
you used them at Megaplex.
Yeah.
Oh, did you guys have the freestyle machines where
We
it had the
did.
little cartridges?
Yeah, I
Those are
never
crazy.
refilled it though.
Oh, really?
I wasn't there very long.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you
So-
quit after the first month. Here's a cool hack. If you go to those freestyle machines, in the top left corner, if you punch in a triangle, it'll flash the settings menu, and then you can like open the bottom drawer and see all the.
I don't know
Like
if
the
they really like
cartridges.
that. If a
I mean, yeah,
customer
if you
was
walked into a Wendy's and did that, I don't think they'd appreciate it.
like,
But
hey, you're opening the
fun
see
fact, if you wanted to mess with the settings, punch a triangle in the top left corner. I'm pretty sure that's how every machine works.
Probably, yeah. I think I remember that. Yeah.
But anyways, the big bibs of syrup that we would get at Water Gardens, they were like $30, and it was like, how many? I think it was a 5-gallon like bag of syrup.
For $30.
Yeah, and then, but that syrup is concentrated, right? So it gets diluted down with the carbonated water, and you can make like, I don't know.
Ton of soda.
Yeah, like
from that $30
100
bag.
gallons of soda, let's just say.
Yeah.
What was it? I think it was a 4-to-1 ratio, so maybe close to 100. But
100 sodas from a $30 bag.
100
Seems like too
gallons.
100 gallons. Yeah.
Yeah.
That seems like too little.
Yeah, not
Not just soda. Gallons.
or maybe it was like 50. I'm probably exaggerating that. Like
You
every
do. Every single episode, you have an exaggerated number. You don't know your stats. You're like, you just throw
Anyways.
out numbers.
For sure though, the cost of a soda.
Like, can we go back to how you said that? McDonald's.
Okay, it's probably like 1 billion burgers a year.
No.
If it's like
We looked it
6.4
up.
million a day. No, I said it was 1 billion burgers a day, but it was actually like 6.5 million.
Let's see.
So over the course of a year, that's probably around 1 billion. So I just got, my units of measurement
Yeah,
off.
6.4 million a day
Yeah.
times
By 365.
365.
What is that?
220 million.
6
6
million
million times
times
365
365 is
Whoa,
only
whoa, whoa, wait.
2. You said 20
I
million?
put that in wrong. It didn't do the point on my. Well, I did 6.4 times 365 and it's 2,336. So it's
So it's 2,000. So yeah,
So
that's
it's
2
two-
billion.
yeah.
Boom.
Okay.
Yeah.
2 billion a year.
Hopefully, yeah. If my
Or
math's
is
not
it-
off, or is it 200
I
million?
think it's 200 million.
No, because six. Think of it. 6 times.
Yeah, 6 times.
6 times 300.
Yeah.
Forget about the 65. That is what 1800,
Uh-huh.
and then add on 6 more zeros.
1,800 million. What's that?
1800 million. That's 1.8 billion. Yeah.
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 So 2
So yeah,
2 billion.
so it is 2 billion burgers a year. Boom. Yeah. So I underestimated that one. If I
No,
would have
you
gotten the
said-
days
no,
and
I
years,
think you said a day.
I know. But if I would have switched days with a year, then
But you were
boom.
definitely thinking day.
All right, fine. Moving on.
Moving on.
Glad we cleared that up.
I just thought it was fun. Because we
Anyway.
looked it up after the podcast, and
Yeah,
we were like,
and I was wrong. Yeah, I put
way
it in the
wrong.
description.
"Oh, okay, yeah."
Yeah, I exaggerated again.
He likes exaggerating stats. but-
Anyways, yeah, it is only like 5 or 6 cents though to fill up like a 44-ounce soda, and you pay, I mean, like $5-6 for it.
Yeah.
At the movie theater.
Yeah,
So
that's a lot of profit on soda.
yeah, I mean, it all comes from concessions, dude. If you want to open a movie theater, all your money will come from concessions,
Yeah.
basically.
That's what Larry H. Miller told me himself at Megaplex.
Wasn't he
That's
dead?
why. Well, it was a video.
And that's
He
why
told
you
us-
upsold that shit to
Yeah.
that secret shopper.
Yeah, that's why I had to do it. I had to do it to him. Get some profit for Larry himself.
Soda's cheap,
That's,
dude.
that's why our job was so important.
Mm-hmm.
Look at all the profit he's making. Not anymore.
Yeah. Well, his foundation is
Yeah,
probably.
yeah.
His grandchildren are.
Yeah.
Living on that trust fund, probably.
Yeah.
See, that's the real life, you know. If I could have just had a trust fund.
Yeah, if you could do nothing and make money,
Yeah.
that's the dream right there.
But
That's
alas,
what you want to get to.
by the sweat of my brow, I shall eat my bread.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's the human condition. Anyways, yeah. I mean, I know that my situation is definitely not unique. You know, I'm sure everyone has gone through this phase at some point or will
Yeah.
go through it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Eventually you'll go through it too.
Yeah.
And then we just move on and we keep working. And then maybe I'll just be happy with it one day.
Maybe.
But not yet.
Not yet. We'll see.
Yeah.
Hopefully this podcast gets going.
Yeah. Or my next single pops up.
I doubt it.
Hey. We'll see, dude.
We'll see. You just
We'll
got to
see.
get it on TikTok.
Coming out June 23rd.
Check it out.
Wait. I actually can't remember the date exactly, but it is in
Okay.
June.
About June, yeah.
I'll re-announce it when we get
Late
closer.
June, yeah.
Yeah. And then I have another one coming out at the end of July as well. So
Okay, no one cares. I'm just
Dude,
kidding.
come on. This is the only marketing that I do for my.
Yeah.
Let me have a 10-second blurb.
Okay. That was it.
All right.
All right. On that note, I think we should take a break.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, I
We've
think
been
we're on a
going.
roll.
Really?
Yeah.
I think we still get on a roll. We just take a little break.
Okay, fine. We'll take a little break.
'Kay.
No, we shouldn't take a break because then I have to pause the video and it's going to be a lot harder to edit.
Or we can just take a break right now.
I know, but then we have to
Yeah, like if we just stop.
splice the videos twice.
Okay.
So should we keep going? I mean, do you have enough juice to just keep going?
I think I can push through. Let me take a sip of water real quick.
Okay, I've been sipping water this whole time, dude. Not a big deal if you need some water.
I don't need the break for water. I just like to have the break to kind of discuss more.
Oh, what is there to discuss? What do you
Nothing.
want to discuss? Discuss
Nothing.
it with me right now.
Nothing.
If there's nothing to discuss, why take a break?
Well, it's more like just like a little reset, you know?
I guess, but we're 7 episodes in, dude. Our stamina's got to get a little better. Although we did make it, what are we at, 45 minutes almost?
That's
44
more than we
something.
usually go.
Yeah. I mean, the first
first
episode,
half.
we stopped at like,
20 minutes.
yeah, like less than 30. So our stamina's up.
Yeah, and you're coming at me like my stamina's not great. I'm just
Wow.
saying a break is good.
I'm just saying push through.
I think that our podcast,
If I was working out, if I was doing push-ups in front of you right now, and I was like,
you could
'Kay, I
probably
need
do
a
like
break.
5 or 6. I get it.
Yeah, but then you would be like, dude, come on, one more.
Yeah. But it would be a crappy push-up.
But you would have gotten it out.
Yeah, but it would be crappy. Why not take a little break, pump out 5 more strong ones, huh?
That's a good point. I guess.
Yeah, I got you there.
But the main issue I have is that then we'll have to stop the recording,
I
stop
get it,
the
I get it,
video,
I get
and
it.
then we'll have to start both and do the whole clap thing,
I
and
get
then
it.
later have to line up 2
I
claps.
get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
So
I
I'm just
get it.
saying, for the sake of
Yeah,
getting
yeah.
this first episode out, let's just
keep it going.
keep it going. That way we can see if the video works, and then we know if we do video, we just keep it rolling.
Yikes.
Yeah. Which shouldn't be too hard, I don't think.
Keep it rolling.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let's keep it rolling.
I saw a crazy LinkedIn job posting
Okay.
the other day,
Let's
like
hear it.
yesterday, or maybe it was this morning. But anyways, it was for a marketing management position with like a smaller, I'm guessing like a startup company. But the time frame was 6 months. You work for 6 months, and you only get paid $500 for the 6 months.
That's not great.
Yeah, it was a marketing manager internship position. Like you're leading a team,
Oh wow.
and it's an internship.
And you're making $500
And they
in
said
6
that
months.
compensation is $500 for your work with the potential for another $500 as a bonus.
In 6 months.
Who's gonna freaking do that?
Well, is it saying like 500 a month,
Even if it was 500 a
or even
month,
500 like every pay period? Like you're like
even if it was 500 a pay period, like every
yeah.
2 weeks,
that's bad.
that sucks. You could go get a job at Target that would pay you more, probably,
Yeah.
like easy.
Yeah.
I mean, it was part time. They only expected 20 hours a week, but still, like a management position that's like an internship. I don't know, dude.
Well, I mean,
That's
it's a
crazy
paid
to me.
internship.
I guess
Some
but
people
it's-
go unpaid internships.
Yeah, but that's for like an entry level position. This is like you're leading a team. I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, I guess if you're like right out of college and you want something to look good on your resume, then you could say, "Oh, I did a management position."
Yeah.
But still, I don't know.
Yeah,
that
that's
just
not
seems
enough.
like that seems rough.
That's yeah.
'Cause the way it read, it made it read like it sounded like that for that 6 months of working, you'll get $500, maybe 1,000.
Yeah, that would suck. You get more doing a week of plasma than
Yeah, you would definitely have to donate plasma. I mean, like I said, it was part-time, so I'm sure there's someone in a circumstance where it might work out. But I think I don't know. It just seemed ridiculous to post on LinkedIn.
to say yeah.
I don't know.
I'll
Put
pay
it
you.
on like a college like internship board or something. I don't know.
Yeah, $500 for 6 months isn't worth it for really anything. Could you think of something you do?
Yeah.
I mean, I would do what I'm already doing.
For $500?
No, just get like an extra 500, over 6 months.
Oh,
Like if I was already getting what I'm getting, and then like I get an extra
Cherry on top.
500.
Yeah, but
But you'd
for
have to work 20 hours a week.
Another 20 hours a week.
No, it's not worth it.
Yeah, I just donate plasma.
Yeah,
If you want quick money,
that's 2 hours a week. Well, a little more, but
yeah, it depends. If you can go
The
during a
lines are
slow
long,
time.
but-
Are they still really long? Which one do you go? Do you still go?
no, I don't go
Oh.
anymore.
Yeah, I haven't gone in a few years.
Yeah,
But the lines were terrible.
Yeah.
Like out the door.
yeah,
And it wasn't like social distancing
and they would
lines.
snake you still
Yeah.
inside.
Mm-hmm. Sucked.
Not good.
Take like 3 hours to donate plasma.
Yeah,
So,
but the most I ever got was 900 in a month.
yeah, that's pretty
It's
good.
pretty good. That was worth it for eight donations.
Yeah. Did you go to BioLife?
Mm-hmm.
The one in
AF, yeah.
Yeah, okay. I think
Yeah.
they're the best.
Yeah, I hear. What's the other one? Griffles.
Griffles.
It sounds like that store from Buddy the Elf. What is it?
I don't know.
Gimbals.
Gimbals.
Yeah.
Yeah, Griffles kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Every
Well,
time
I've never been to Griffles, but
the first time I went to Griffles, freaking lady stabbed all the way through my vein, and my whole arm was a bruise,
Yeah.
basically.
I mean,
And
that happened at BioLife for me once too, but
that was basically like a pretty standard experience at Griffles.
oh,
But at BioLife, it happened like once or twice,
yeah.
like weird things.
Like, how do you miss this vein? You know,
Yeah, you got some
I got some good-
vascular arms.
I got some good veins, and
I
I
have a
missed.
pretty decent vein. It takes me a second to make it pop, though.
Mine, I can get. I
I mean, I need the little blue thing that they wrap around my arm, but
yeah,
it really pops.
to cut off circulation.
Yeah.
Yeah, one time this lady stuck it in my vein and it kind of missed a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't the suction wasn't great, and then she tried to adjust it. And when she did, like a spat of blood
Oh, that happened to me once.
went
too.
out and like hit
Mhm.
her in her lab coat, and yeah, it was her own fault. But you know,
Yeah.
it's kind of like, oh, sorry.
One time I made it through the donation, and it was kind of a rough donation, but when the saline started to return, it just was like bubbling under my
Ooh.
skin. Like there was like a little golf ball right where the needle was going into my arm, basically.
Oh my god,
It was crazy.
you're like,
Yeah, I raised my hand. I was like, hey.
something's going on.
So I like looked at it twice. I was like, is someone gonna notice? Hey, do you have some time?
Something's really not going on.
There might be something wrong here. I'm not sure, but there's like a golf ball size bag of saline basically underneath my skin.
Right, yeah, it's just going right in the skin. Not in the Did that bruise?
No, it didn't. Well, a little bit, but it wasn't like a really bad bruise.
Yeah. The saline just gets absorbed, I guess.
I don't know. Yeah. They gave me a piece of paper about like hematomas or something. I
Oh.
can't remember. And they put ice on it when they wrapped it.
Oh.
And then yeah, I was fine.
Okay.
I don't know.
I like it when the saline goes in, though. When it
Feels
works.
weird. Yeah.
Just makes your arm all
My
cold.
lips feel funny.
Well, that's a different thing.
Oh, that's
That's the anticoagulant.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I've
Kind of like
done
you,
that, but yeah,
you
it
can
do-
taste
that
like metal in your mouth
Mhm.
and
like my lips feel kind of
a
like
little numb.
nummy. Yeah.
Yeah.
My water.
Yeah, I don't like that feeling though, but
Have you ever had to stop a donation 'cause you had to poop?
no, because I don't got your bowels.
I-
Your
no,
bowels are terrible.
I've never had to do that. I've never, but I've been scared that I've had to.
I know you think
There have
of
been
that.
times when they've wrapped me up and I've just gone straight to the bathroom. But
You think about that stuff. I never really do.
I know I get so nervous about it sometimes.
You just gotta
but
stop thinking about it.
I know when I can just like get in the zone and be fine and listen to music or whatever, I feel great. But when I'm in a stressful environment, as soon as the first thought of having to use the bathroom enters my mind, that's the only thing I'm thinking about. Like when we have to fly somewhere, last time we flew to Washington,
Yeah.
the whole time I was on the plane, I was like, oh my gosh, what if I have to like try and like squeeze past the lady with the snack cart to like try and use the bathroom, and then like the people in the front row can hear me, and then what if I don't make? What if we're landing and they don't let me go to the bathroom, but I really have to poop, and then
And you poop on the seat.
yeah, what do you do?
Well, you can't really hold it very well. No.
Oh, when push comes to shove, I can hold it,
I don't know. Based on what I've heard.
but I really want to let it out.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just get stress poops, I guess.
You stress about pooping.
Yeah. Well, it's a natural thing to be stressed about, I think.
Yeah. Well, not really. I wouldn't say natural.
Well, when you're in a new place, you might think, "Oh, where's the bathrooms? Like, what if I have an emergency and I have to go to the bathroom?" Don't you ever?
Usually,
You
if
never
I'm
think
in-
that?
No. Not really. I'm like, yeah, I'll find a bathroom if I need it.
What if you don't?
Well, there's other
What if
ways.
there's not a bathroom at the park you're going to?
You drive somewhere. There is a bathroom. Go out in the woods. I don't know.
Yeah, I know. I get scared sometimes, man.
I was gonna say something, but I can't remember again. You keep.
You can't remember?
You keep
Okay, well,
bringing
I've got
stuff
something.
up.
I remember one time, I think it was Jerem's baptism. We went down to the school by your house to
Yeah.
to play games,
Oh
play
wait, yeah,
basketball.
yeah.
and I really had to poop, and
Okay.
I was not going to make it back to your house. And so I was like checking doors, but I didn't want to tell anyone. So I was like, oh, I'm just going to like walk around the building once so that you guys weren't. Didn't
So
know
you
I
weren't
had to poop.
suspicious of anything?
Yeah, I was like,
You were
yeah, I'm
just
just gonna take a lap real
just
quick, take a
check the
break.
doors,
yeah. No doors were open. It was a Saturday, so there was like a dumpster, like a gated dumpster.
Ew.
Yeah, I just squatted behind the dumpster. And
Yeah, not
dropped
even
a-
in the dumpster.
Yeah.
Behind the
No, why
dumpster.
would I climb into the dumpster? Yeah, I was behind it, but there was a fence around the dumpster, so it's fine. Okay. But I really had to go, and it was
Clip
yeah.
the steamer.
Clip the steamer.
Yeah.
More like splatted a steamer.
Oh, gross. It was like
Yeah, it was a little
it
wet.
was runny.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not great.
Gross, dude.
Yeah.
How old were you? 21?
No. Maybe like 12 or 13.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then I had to go back to you guys and be like, yeah, I'm just gonna go back.
I think we should go.
I think we should go. I'm done playing basketball. It's not even fun.
You have to go home and wipe.
Yeah. That's exactly what I did. Got inside, waddled to the bathroom, wiped up real good.
Any residue on the
No,
drawers?
kept it clean.
Okay.
Yeah, somehow, amazingly.
Even though it was that wet.
Yeah, it was a tough walk. I'll tell you that.
Wow.
So yeah, now every time you drive past that elementary school
Yeah.
and see that dumpster back there,
Your
You can just
fecal
think,
matter was...
I've been back there,
You've
dude.
been-
I marked my territory back there.
You sure did, because I'm sure no one else has done that.
Is that illegal to poop in public?
Look it up.
Well, I mean, I'm sure we're past the statute of limitations for that, because that was like 15 years ago. So
Yeah. I mean, especially probably at an elementary school to poop at an elementary school. Michael just took a sip of water right before that, and he had to run to the sink before he choked. Spat it all over his setup.
oh my gosh, I'm crying. Oh my goodness. Yeah, you're right. I'm sure the kids have pooped back there. Oh my gosh. I don't know why I thought that was so funny. Oh man. Oh.
I don't know if it's illegal or not. I mean, there's public defecation laws for sure.
I mean, I hid, so it wasn't super public.
But it was still at an
Oh my
elementary
gosh.
school.
Yeah, you made me inhale water.
I used
Like it 100% went down the wrong tube.
he was choking.
Oh,
He's good. He's good now. Yeah.
I'm good. Yeah, I'm good now. But I can still feel like the pain in my lungs from like, the water hitting.
I don't even know what I said. Really. What?
You just said something about it's an
Oh.
elementary school. I'm sure kids have. I don't know why, but I was in the. If I'm drinking water and something even not that funny happens, like
You're gonna
I
laugh.
have to spit it
Well, I
out.
think my point was actually that it's probably more illegal to do it at an elementary
Oh.
school.
Well, I misinterpreted.
Yeah, and it made you almost choke.
Well, I mean, it was a Saturday. There were obviously no kids around. Let's make that clear.
Yeah, and he was a kid himself.
Yeah, and I was a kid as well. Middle school
School
probably,
age,
but
still.
still safe. Kids can poop in front of kids.
Okay, yeah. Put that on a T-shirt.
Oh my goodness.
That was good.
Yeah, it was good.
You should have gone right in front of the camera and
I mean, I walked right past it.
just
so-
squirted water right out your nose or something. Yeah, I don't think I've ever pooped in public actually. or even really in a forest. I don't think.
Really? You've never pooped on a camp out?
I don't think so.
You've never been on a week-long camp out?
I have, but they've had bathrooms.
What?
Yeah.
Well, did you go to like Timberline or
We
something?
went to like the Snake River.
Oh, and they have bathrooms on the river?
Yeah. No. Like they have a campsite. Like
Oh, you went to like an actual campsite?
yeah,
Interesting.
they have like a place that like scout groups always go to. Like, so you can go to the campsite, then go out on the river, and then come back right to the campsite. You know.
Wussies.
Wussies.
Yeah. When we went to do the Snake River, we just found a random spot in Star Valley.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Good for you, I guess.
Yeah.
So you pooped in the woods, you're saying?
Yeah, I'd say
Okay.
we pooped in the woods, yeah.
Okay.
If it was early morning, though, sometimes I'd be scared to go too far away from camp, so... I was always up before everyone else, though,
Yeah.
so I was
You
safe.
just make sure everyone can hear it.
No, I'd go far enough away that hearing wasn't a thing, but I could still, like, see the tents, so it's like if someone woke up and, like, looked around, they would see me.
They can still see you.
But I didn't want to walk too far away and get,
Eaten by bears.
hit by a bear, yeah.
Yeah.
And usually I wouldn't, like, put my glasses on or anything, so I'd be half blind, too.
Yeah.
Or at night, pooping at night on a camp out, that's scary.
Well.
One time I had to do that. I tried to go back asleep, and I just couldn't. It
Yeah,
had
because
to
you
come
can't
out.
hold your bowels. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I know.
You're saying you could, but I don't think you really can. Anyway, yeah. What do you do?
Anyways, yeah, I took like 15 steps from the tent and just
just let it out. Well, I have a funny story. One time when I was little, I can barely even remember it. So I was pretty little.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'm saying. But I was
Okay.
potty trained, so I don't know. We were still living in Eagle Mountain, so I was probably like 5 or 6. But we got home from somewhere, and we were like, we just wanted to play bikes or play on our bikes. So like immediately after we get out of the car, I just grab my bike and we start riding around.
Mm-hmm.
But I realized I have to go to the bathroom really bad, and so I'm sprinting inside. I get my pants down even before I'm at the toilet, and it just starts coming out on the floor before I get to the toilet.
What? While you're moving?
While I'm moving.
No.
Yeah.
Was
That's all I
it
remember.
solid?
It was it was not liquidy, but it was not
Yeah.
that solid.
Pudding.
It's a little pudding.
I think the water helps shape your poop. 'Cause every time I've pooped on
Oh.
a camp out, it drops into a little pudding pile.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
theory there.
Yeah. Dude, that's crazy. Pooping while moving.
Yeah, I was
I've never done that.
like, you're always set. You got to be set.
I'm always ready to go.
I mean, I didn't anticipate it either. I think I had to wash off in the shower, whatever. That's all I remember. Yeah. It's like a faint memory I have, though.
Oh, yeah.
I can barely
for
remember
sure.
it.
Yeah.
About as much as you can remember eating. eating.
I remember, that 5-second blip of the realization, I remember that pretty vividly.
Like this is chocolate. I wonder if my
Yeah.
parents would remember it. 'Cause they were obviously the one
Probably.
that cleaned it up.
I think I would remember cleaning up 5-year-old Gage poop. Off the ground.
Right off the floor, yeah.
That's a tough one.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Poops and farts will never not be funny.
Apparently, yeah.
Especially in, like, quiet places. Like, if someone farted in class. Yeah.
You're losing
That's
it.
the funniest thing ever to me.
I don't know. I
Well,
don't
maybe
find
not
it.
the funniest, but I'll laugh.
I don't find it that funny. I find it kind of gross now.
Really?
Yeah, like, oh, now you're gonna stink up the whole room. Nice going, buddy. Like it's annoying.
I don't know. I still think it's funny.
Yeah. I think it's funny when I do it. Well, when others do it, it's an inconvenience for me,
See? Double standard.
Oh, I'm willing to have a double standard when it comes to that.
Everyone's equal in my eyes, dude. It's funny when I do it. It's funny when other people do it.
I mean, if it's like on a video, yeah, that's
Well,
funny.
sometimes.
'Cause then there's no consequences for me. Yeah. So
Yeah.
there you go.
No consequences. Oh my gosh. I almost made it the whole video.
You always
No consequences.
have a bad stat and a little
Bad stat. And
twist of the tongue.
Yeah, I can't say one word.
Can't get that bad.
Yeah. Almost made it.
Almost. It was so close.
I'll get it next time.
We'll see.
I think we call it there.
You think? How long have we been going?
Over an hour.
That's good.
Like an hour and 5-ish.
That's good.
So-
Good episode.
Great episode.
Yeah. We'll have video this week, hopefully. So
Yeah, hopefully
Tune
you'll
into
see
YouTube.
videos. I've also been uploading our backlog onto YouTube as well. It's just our logo or just like our
Yeah.
main image on Spotify.
just audio.
Yeah,
with
with
the
just the
image.
audio. I mean, if
So-
you're listening here, you're probably just going to listen to other ones on Spotify anyways.
Can we link our YouTube on Spotify?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll
And we
link our
can-
YouTube. Cousin
Spotify
Couch.
also accepts video. So you can have the video on Spotify, but then it'll also let you just listen if you want.
Oh.
If that makes sense. Well, we can talk about that
Okay.
later. But yeah, check out. Hopefully, we'll have some video this week.
Hopefully we render well and
yeah,
it's there.
you'll be able to see some shorts, hit the highlights.
heck yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for
Cool.
tuning in.
Yeah. See you
We'll
next
see you
week.
next week.
That's so dumb. We're never saying that again.
We got to get an outro.